Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 60GFT. It's a Chinese Tier 5 tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Malinovka and it's under the command of Heavy 999. Now it's got an 85mm gun as its standard armament and... oh, he's got the top gun. Okay, it's 180 Alpha. If it was the stock gun, it'd only be 160. 145mm with standard ammo, and it goes up to 220 with the heat rounds, so decent penetration, decent damage. Unfortunately, the gun is not a great one to play with because it's got a very slow shell velocity, and this tank destroyer, although it has really great DPM, the problem is it's so big. It's very easy to see, very easy to hit, and you can do huge amounts of damage to them. But they do deal out a lot of damage on the enemy if the enemy's in sight. Now he's pulled back behind that rock so he can use the bush mechanic on the enemy, but no enemy in sight yet. Now the thing is, the armour on this thing is very, very thin indeed. So just about anything that hits the vehicle is probably going to do damage, especially artillery. So he needs to watch out, because if he gets hit by an arty round, he's going to suffer. But if it's the enemy that's in sight, then the enemy's going to get hit and badly damaged. And in fact, there's a Matilda coming up late side, and I'm not sure that Heavy's seen that. Instead, he's aiming for a Hetzer over the other side. He's pulled forward to see the Matilda, but if he's going to shoot at that guy, he needs to pull back, otherwise he will be spotted. Now, it's a Tier 5 battle with Tier 4 tanks in it, so some of the enemy he's going to come across, he should be able to penetrate very easily. As I said, it's very fast, very high DPM. Reload time is just under 4 seconds per shot. And remember, 85mm, which means it's 180 Alpha. That's a lot of damage for a very small, low hit point enemy tank. Now, supposedly, these tank destroyers were actually built from artillery tractors. The Chinese, in theory, would have built this using the Soviet artillery tractors, which they did manage to get hold of, but they never got around to actually producing anything from it. It is an imaginary tank. It's got that FT title for Fate Tank, which Jingles pointed out, but it's well, it's what they might have built if they used those artillery tractors for this purpose. It's just so big though. The good thing is that you can use vents, and you notice Heavy 999 is actually using premium consumables as well to improve his DPM even more. KV-222 didn't get through with the first round. Let's try the second one. He's going for the turret, which is the weak spot on a KV-222, but he's lost sight of the target, and he pulled forward to take that shot, but his sixth sense didn't go off, so he was okay there. We know that Matilda's still lakeside, and there's also an AMX CLC possibly on the lookout at F7. There's Matilda way down south, but he's behind that bank. There's a sort of like rise in the ground just on that corner. And it looks like our Hetzer went south. Was it? No, it wasn't the Hetzer, it was the ELC. Matilda's in sight again. Well, I have the feeling that Heavy 999's decided he's probably better off moving a little further north to get shots on the enemy from a different angle. If he moves up to just on top, overlooking the lake, somewhere around about D5, he might be able to shoot down on that Matilda and take him out. There's the Fifi, blasting away at the enemy on the hill. In actual fact, the reason he's relocated is that ELC has just suddenly come in and he's now making his way through our group of tanks. He didn't get the kill shot there. That actually went to the ELC on our own team. Okay, so I think he's going to try and engage the VK3001H and the M4A1 as they come down the hill. And that's why he's gone right to the edge of the map, using the trees to engage them. The M4 has actually come way south and without getting spotted. No, unfortunately he's crossing his field of fire, and of course with a tank destroyer like this, it's very difficult to get the aim up without realigning well. Yes, he got that one in and tracked the guy. Second shot did quite a bit of damage, but the kill shot doesn't go to him, it goes to the Fifi. And here comes the VK. Oh, he was seen by a T28. Remember what I said about this thing being so big it's easy to pen? Easy to hit. It's easy to see. Here comes the VK. I think he auto-aimed on there. Took it off. Oh, pulled that one. I do that myself sometimes. I don't know why, but you know, you aim at something and then you accidentally aim away and shoot just at the moment you do that. So you pull your shot. And he got the kill. It was a blind kill, but there's another enemy tank coming in. It's the M8a1 Scout. Here we go. Didn't hit him with the first one, but he'll get him with the second. He does. One more. Need to get it. Yes! But he did get hit for 53 hit points. That guy was carrying the 57mm. And he's still got that T28 out there. Oh, and he got hit by Matilda. T28, KV220. Get the hell out of there quick. Let's get the flock out of here. Yep, good. Okay, he's managed to escape, but he's only got 67 hit points left. Don't know how he's going to survive the battle with only 67. There's only 4 of them left on their team, and they are facing 7 opponents. At least I think it's 7. No, it's not 7 opponents. What am I saying? 9 opponents. T28. Got him in the tracks. Go on, get him. That's it. 2 more shots. He doesn't like it. He's he's unhappy, that guy. Now, he didn't get that one, but the Sav M43 is coming this way. If he shoots now, he will be spotted. He has to shoot. Sixth Sense didn't go off. He was lucky. Well, at least the odds have changed. Now it's versus 7, but it's 3 versus 7 now. And the enemy is now capping. It's a T6 medium in the cap. And the KV222 is coming in. He's on, well, potential one shot. We'll go for the T6 medium first, though. He's in the cap area, or was in the cap area. High roll on that one, 199. One low roll on that one, and there's the kill shot. Can he get the Matilda? Here comes the enemy, the other Matilda. He dies fairly quickly. Can we get this other Matilda? He dies very quickly. Now it's a evens. 3 left on either side. They can do this. They've got more hit points than the enemy's got. They can win this. So it's quite a turnaround. 1 minute they're facing 9 enemies. Now they're facing only 3. And here comes one of the enemy right now, an Su-85B, which is a very good tank destroyer. You might say the Soviet version of what he's actually driving. But that guy goes down to our M8a1, and that means now there's only 2 enemies coming. Here comes the T28. The one that he was hitting earlier. He's still there. And there's the turret. Oh, before he can get the shot in, the guy's killed. But he was seen. And there is an M41 HMC somewhere out there. So he's now weaving like mad, trying to throw that guy off. Good, there's no chance the guy's going to get him now. It'd be an extremely lucky shot. But now it's Arty hunt time. And yes, you heard the shell land behind him. He's platooned with the M8a1, so potentially they're on for a brothers in arms if they both survive the battle. Be kind of nice if both of them got 4 kills. Yeah, he's not going to bother to go down into the dip. There's no need to go lakeside. Just carry on as he is. The M41 HMC doesn't have a very good view range, so he should be able to sneak up on the guy and get fairly close. But if he has got camo net, that's going to increase his decrease his visibility, I should say. Ah, there he is. He's been spotted. And he's looking this way. Don't shoot. Gets the kill. Oh, that could have been so close. He was looking directly at him when he was ready, but he probably wasn't dialed in. And that is the end of the game. So what a turnaround in that one. Let's have a look at the second battle, and we'll see how he gets on in that one. And in the second battle, we see the 60G FT of Heavy 999 on the southwest spawn of Province. Okay, he's moving his artillery tractor, the 60G FT, over to a firing position. 85mm gun, capable of 180 alpha, and penetrating 145mm of armor with standard ammo, and going through 220mm with a heat ammo. Okay, he's set himself up next to these bushes in the house. It's quite a well-known tank destroy position, but the thing is that it is very easy for Arty to lay around down into that position, and especially if they know somebody's at home, that can be pretty devastating if you get hit by a blind shot. But nobody else has seemed to come to this spot. Normally there's a fight going on between the tank destroyers as to who occupies this spot. Oh, he's just knocked the bush down. That actually gives him a bit more protection to use the bush mechanic, but it also tells an Arty there's somebody here. Oh, he spotted someone. There's a bunch of enemy tanks off there, and there's a Panzer 4H pushing our AMX ELC over the edge of the cliff. This is Spotter! Oh, but it went wrong. The ELC managed to end up on top of the cliff, and the Panzer 4H got stuck. Unfortunately, the T-34 shielded just killed our AMX ELC, but Heavy 999's taking revenge on that guy. Oh, round went high. Can you get this one in? Yes. One more to kill him. And he does. And he kills the Panzer 4H down below. Can he get this foul in? Yes. Gets his first shot in. And he gets a kill shot, so he's got 3 kills. And the battle's only been going for less than 2 minutes. Rather unfortunate for that ELC that he met 3 tanks all at the same time. That's an E4, M4A2 E4, which is a reward tank, that one. That's a fairly rare model of the M4. You don't often see those. They were taken out of circulation some time ago. I think that one hit the Churchill. He's blind firing. I'm not sure that's going to work. There's E4. Yes, good one. Right to the turret. Into the tracks for the Churchill 3. Can I get another one in the body? Yes. And he gets the kill shot again, so that's 4 kills. Potential high caliber. He's earned 20% of the hit pool. Tracks the Valiant. One through the turret. High roll. 200. I think that one went over the top of him, but he'll go for another shot. No, that went high as well. He's getting poor shots there. The RNG is saying these are going right to the edge of the reticule. And that one hit the ground. He's shaking his reticule in anger. That one tracked him again. Go for the turret. They're just not going where he wants them to go. They're always going up to one side. That went high as well. That's better. Right on the turret. But he can't get another shot in, unfortunately. T-34 shielded just died. You can see how poor the gun is on this thing. Although it's got a massive DPM, the trouble really is... Oh, shoot through the gap! The trouble is it's not very accurate at long range. It's got a very slow shell velocity compared to other 85mm guns. So it is difficult. It takes some getting used to shoot at long range accurately. It's not the best for shooting at range. Now, if that Churchill 3 pulls forward, he might be able to kill him when he goes past that gap. The 25 TP is going to be a little more difficult too, because the gap's much smaller at that position. He wants to have a look towards the north. Blind firing on the normal TD positions. Nope, nobody there. He's running short of ammo actually now. He needs to conserve his shells. Only 5 standard AP, 4 AP. Yeah, he's going to be starting to eat into the premium rounds if he's not careful. And he's not getting anything from those shells. It's just not worth his while firing them. He would have been better off actually saving those shells for the 25 TP. They just killed the Valiant that he spent so much time trying to shoot. The enemy Churchill's still over there as well. Up! One of them's coming forward. 25 TP's coming forward. Should be able to get this guy. No. Down ahead of him. No. Oh, unfortunately he leaves a bit too late there. No. And he's only got 1 round of standard AP left. Now he's going to be burning into the heat rounds. There's the 25 TP. He gets a hit, but now he's into premium ammo. It's going to be expensive from now on in. Churchill 3's coming forward. He should be able to hit this guy. And he gets the kill. That's 5 kills. Well, the 25 TP's gone up there and found there's nobody at home. Yep, we're all over this side of the map at the moment. All 5. The enemy's 1 tank up on us. Now it appears the enemy don't have any over this side either. They're all over that side now. That's a blind shot with premium ammo. I think that's a terrible waste of ammo. He's going to pay for that in the end of the battle because he's not going to have that many credits. Even if he's done the high caliber, he's going to end up with either losing money, or losing credits rather, or he's going to regret firing that ammo when he needs it later on during the game to get kills. When you only have this few rounds left, you really do need to conserve them. In fact, you need to use the right ammo for the right circumstances. Okay, T-34's... Oh, it's a... Yes, it is a T-34. One into the turret. Go for the body. Oh, and unfortunately missed out on the kill. And he has been seen, so he does need a move. Gets around into the 25 TP. There's somebody coming up below him. A T-67. I think he wants to get that 25 TP, but he's lost sight of the guy. And remember, he has been spotted, and the T-67 is close enough to proxy spot. So he has to pull back. Now would really be a good time to change position, so that if that T-67 tries to come up, he's going to get slotted the moment he appears. In fact, he's decided to relocate over to the Arty and protect them. There's a set of bushes over here that he can use quite nicely. That T-67 is getting hit by the Churchill 3. And he's snuck up on the guy. But he's got no shot. Appears the Churchill 3 could see him, but we can't. And, oh, don't go down. Oh, he's going down. Remember the 25 TP's just the other side of the valley. He could probably see him from here. He's locked on. Takes out the T-67. Gets his top gun. But he's receiving fire from the enemy. Oh, no. Almost flipped. Don't go up those ramps. You will flip if you're not careful. And now he's taking enemy fire. Near miss from the griller. Just went over the top of the house. You can see it landed next door to him. He has to move because if he stays where he is, Arty will have another go at him. Yep, there's another Arty round. Now the 25 TP was taken out, so he doesn't have to worry about that guy, but he does need to get into cover. There's only 3 enemy left, and there's 4 in their team. 2 Arty. They've got a Gorilla and an M41 HMC. I think that was the M41 that just fired. But the other enemy is an M10 RBFM, and of course you know those tank destroyers are rather good, but they only have a 75mm gun, which means that they're not quite up to an 85mm gun. If it's a shot-for-shot contest, the 60G FT is going to win every time. So if he finds the M10 RBFM, he can easily trade shots with that guy and win the game. There's the M10! Oh, he's the other side of the valley, and he does know he's been seen now because he's been hit. But we've lost sight of him. Oh, he's still going! He should have gone into cover, and that was a high roll, that one, because he fired an HE round. Say the HE rounds have actually got a much higher alpha, 300 alpha. So he got a high roll for 318, and the M10 was then taken out by one of his teammates. So now it's just find the Arty and kill them and win the game. Remember, it's a Gorilla and an M41 HMC, so they could easily shotgun him and kill him. Remember, no armor on this thing, well, virtually no armor. He's been spotted, they saw him. He's just going to go unspotted here for a moment. Well, he's checking that side. Sixth sense didn't go off, so they're not to the right of him. Oh, now the M41's brave, and he's actually come out to try and shotgun Heavy. So Heavy's waiting on this corner, and I think he's going to wait for his teammates to poke their heads around. There's the Gorilla. We know where he is now. M41 thinking about coming out for a shotgun. Nope, changed his mind. I think he's going to let the M4A1 take that M41. And there goes the kill. Unfortunately, the Gorilla gets the kill shot as he pulls back. Yes, he pulled back too far. The Gorilla had changed position, and he fired a round in and took him out. So it's now for the M4A1 to just drive in and shoot the Gorilla because he's in reload. About 20 seconds reload. If the M4 is quick enough, he should be able to get the kill. And the Gorilla got a shot in, but couldn't survive a ram by the M4, and that is the end of the game. So sadly, Heavy 999 did not survive the battle, but he got the victory anyway. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for the first battle. Well, the first battle was an ace tanker, and a first ace tanker at that, because he got the scrolls underneath, and you only get that the first time. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4. Hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemy tanks, and some of them were all firing at him at the same time. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly. He was in platoon with somebody else who got to manage to get at least 3 kills. In fact, they both got 4 kills apiece. So he got a brothers in arms, and he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall. His win rate was 11,247. My throat is gone now. After commentating on 2 exciting battles, let's have a look at the team score. 2,452 hit points of damage. Next highest scorer was KB222 on the enemy team with 1,304, and then it was their M4A1 with 1,000 and... oh no, it wasn't, sorry, it was their M8a1. His other platoon mate, the guy who got the brothers in arms, he got 1,075. I do apologise for that. When it came to kills, yes, they shared the top spots because they both had 4 kills each, 3 kills to the Fifi on their team. And when it came to base XP, it was Heavy again. He's got the top in all 3 columns. 958 to Heavy, 629 goes to the Fifi, and 567 goes to the M8a1. He fired 31 shots, got 20 direct hits and 16 penetrations, damage of 2,452 hit points, of which 526 were up more than 300 meters. He earned 13,716 credits from that battle, and he got 30 bonds as well for completing a mission. And he also took home 2,874 XP. If we look at the second battle, we can see it was also an ace tanker. Yes, he did more than enough damage. He also got a fire for effect and a bruiser medal out of that one. But in this one, he also picked up a high caliber as well as a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. And his win rate from this one was even higher still, 20,480. I think it was all that damage he was doing at extremely long range. If we look at the team score for this one, we can see it was 3,681 hit points on this one. The Gorilla managed 1,979. He was their best player. And the M10 RBFM on their team did 1,820. But he made a big boo-boo by coming over to the other side of the map and trying to skirt along the floor just like the T67 did. Yes, I think if he made the choice to actually go up the ramp and come up from the north end, he probably would have been better off. But by going low, he actually exposed himself to somebody who had actually already crossed the valley. And that was the end of his game. So when it came to base XP, to kills rather, 60 GFT, Heavy 999 managed 6 kills, 4 kills to the Gorilla, and 3 kills to the M4A1, as well as the M41 HMC on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, 1,571 goes to Heavy, so he's got the top in all 3 columns again. 749 went to the M4A1, who got the final kill of the game, and 685 went to the Valiant. He fired 50 shots in this one, 29 direct hits, 22 penetrations, splash damage on 1, because remember it was an HE round he fired at the M10 RBFM. 3,681 hit points, of which 3,643 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see he was firing a lot of long range shots in this one straight across the valley. He received 3 hits, 2 penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and 2 hits by way of splash. And of course it was an Arty that killed him as well. Because he fired so much premium ammunition, because he ran out of his AP, he actually ended up making a very small profit, a modest profit of 10,941 credits. He would have made even more if he'd held on to those AP rounds, because he actually made just under 60,000 in total. But after the ammunition costs, he came away with a very small amount, and 4,713 on the experience points. So 2 very good battles for Heavy 999 in the 60 GFT. It's a fairly good tank destroyer with a nice 85mm gun, just a difficult gun to get used to. As you saw, he was having a great deal of difficulty trying to nail that Valiant, but it does have a very good punch for its tier, and of course that DPM really does pay off in the long run if the enemy's fairly close. And of course it can use vents, which does improve your crew skills, and means that you're more likely to do some damage. Just need to remember this thing is very vulnerable because it's very big, very easy to spot, and it has virtually no armor, which makes it an easy target for Arty, as you saw in the second replay. So I hope you enjoyed both of those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel, please. Leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thanks for watching.